OMF 50/50 sale. Get 50% off any mattress over $1,000, excluding OLP range, plus up to 50 months interest free when you spend $1,000 or more. Ends Tuesday at OMF.
Luxury gingerbread and butterscotch sponge pudding.
Now just $9 each. And this week, all Coles finest puddings are 25% off.
I want to lick the plate. Good things are happening at Coles.
At Lazy Boy's Giant Stock Take Sale, you'll save up to 50% off a huge range of quality recliners, sofas and more. Plus, a select range can be delivered to your home now. The Giant Stock Take Sale, only at Horton's Katara and Rutherford.
Need a win? 24 cheesy nuggets. Winner. For just $10. Now that's winner. Red Rooster.
The game of football is about pain. I thought foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. I'm so glad those arch supports are in my shoes.
See if they work for you with a free fitting and test walk at Beyersdorf, Katara.
Newcastle Garage Sale. This Saturday and Sunday only. Up to 50% off selected items. Floor stock and discontinued items must go. Newcastle Garage Sale. Up to 50% off. This weekend only. Hurry!
Domain's 5-day mega weekend sale with a mega 60 months interest free. Price smash on TVs. There's 65-inch Sony only $1,495. Mega deals on appliances. This front loader only $588. More mega deals in store. Ends Monday at Domain.
Take on any weather with Dulux Weather Shield. If it's worth doing, it's worth Dulux.
Fresh allegations of inappropriate behaviour have been made against actor Craig McLachlan. A Sydney court today heard 3 more women had made complaints about him, centred around a TV series where he plays the title role.
It's already had a name change, and when The Blake Mysteries returns to screens next week, it'll be missing its biggest star. Kate McLachlan also missing in action today at a pre-trial hearing, which heard there are 3 fresh allegations of inappropriate behaviour during filming of the TV series. They relate to interactions during the 2013, 14 and 15 seasons. A court told the alleged conduct is mostly verbal, but included 1 unwanted kiss and 1 instance of inappropriate touching. The Gold Logie winner is suing the ABC Fairfax and Rocky Horror co-star Christy Whelan-Brown for defamation over explosive allegations aired in January.
On this one particular job, I saw a very different side come out in him that was terrifying.
McLachlan claims the accusations of indecent assault, harassment and bullying have destroyed his life. The performer's barrister Matthew Richardson is fighting the inclusion of the new witnesses, likening the growing list to a royal commission into the plaintiff. Today was a dress rehearsal for the headline show in February. When the case goes to trial, that'll be the first time Craig McLachlan has to front the cameras since the bombshell story broke. Only time will tell if the hit TV show can survive without Dr. Blake. Tiffany Genders, NBN News.
Former New South Wales MP and convicted paedophile Milton Orkopoulos will have to wait to be allowed out on day release after it was suspended by the Corrective Services Commissioner. According to Corrective Services, the decision was made because of community concern. 61-year-old Orkopoulos was jailed in 2008 for 30 child sex and drugs offences. His parole expired in February.
Scott Morrison has brushed aside fears tough new anti-terror laws might leave Australian citizens stateless, saying everything has to be done to protect the public. Lawyers warn it could break international treaties, but the Prime Minister wants the changes in place before Parliament finishes for the year.
The Burke Street attack and fears of copycats in the run-up to Christmas has alarm bells ringing.
We need to do more because we need to be safer.
Wanting to urgently pass retrospective legislation to strip all convicted terrorists of their Australian citizenship and kick them out of the country.
All you have to do is be convicted, citizenship gone.
Labor wants to work with them to get the legislation right.
We want them punished. We want them caught and we want them punished.
The government also wants to ban foreign fighters coming home for 2 years. The Law Council says the legislation potentially breaches international obligations.
Could leave an Australian person stateless. It's a very significant step to potentially make an Australian stateless by stripping away citizenship.
You're not worried about it at all?
No.
And amid the holiday warnings, the government wants new encryption laws given the green light as soon as possible. Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton wants the All-Party Intelligence Committee to speed up its review of legislation that had forced telcos and social media companies to give agencies access to encrypted data.
A question does arise as to why it takes so long. Public hearings, it seems to me, can be done far quicker.
The committee, chaired by Liberal Andrew Hastie, has more hearings to go. Lane Calcutt, NBN News.
Overseas now, and the oldest known survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack, Navy veteran Ray Chavez, has died at the age of 106. He was stationed at the US base in Hawaii when Japan attacked in 1941. US President Donald Trump invited him to the White House earlier this year.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is leading a little bit less. The Italian landmark has straightened up a bit, shaving 4 centimetres off its famous lean over the past 2 decades. The tower reopened to the public in 2001 after engineers reduced its slant by more than 43 centimetres.
It may look basic, but this plane is as advanced as they come. It's the world's first ever aircraft without any moving parts. No propellers, no turbines, and no harmful emissions. Instead, it's powered by ionic wind, a flow of ions produced on board the plane, generating enough thrust to keep it flying. US researchers believe the development could revolutionise aviation.
Sore joints because of arthritis are the leading cause of early retirement, and as our population ages, the problem's only going to get worse. Health experts are now calling for a national strategy to better manage the issue and stem the tide of joint replacements.
Patricia Haynes has arthritis only in her hands, but knows the benefits of exercise.
I want to keep fit for the rest of my life.
Osteoarthritis affects more than 2 million Australians, and the numbers are expected to soar. A leading expert is critical of how a majority of patients are currently managed.
Inappropriate, fragmented and of low value.
Professor David Hunter says our health system is skewed towards surgery than prevention.
The 2 biggest risk factors, overweight and obesity and joint injury, are both modifiable, and we do little as a society about preventing either of them.
He's pushing for more programs that begin at both the hospital and GP level, so people are steered towards interventions like tailored exercise and dietary advice.
There's very strong evidence base now that an individual who loses, say, 5 to 10% of their body weight, accompanied with a strength-based program, can have a 30 to 50% reduction in their pain.
The national strategy includes calls for at least 50% of those with osteoarthritis to take up lifestyle programs to reduce pain and disability by 2025. And there's a need for Medicare and health insurance reform to make prevention programs more affordable.
I think it'd be excellent and it would save a lot of money for the health dollar.
The national strategy has been endorsed by peak arthritis groups, including orthopaedic surgeons. It will be presented to a summit in Canberra early next week. Gabriella Rogers, NBN News.
To finance, and the Australian share market ended the week on a high, buoyed by banking and energy stocks. Commonwealth shares were up 67 cents, while the NAB finished 25 cents higher. Origin Energy and Caltex both recorded small gains. 2 commodities, and gold is trading higher while oil continued to fall. And the Aussie dollar fell against the greenback. It's buying 72.5 US cents. Forget the traditional offerings like Victoria, Arthur and Edward. The new royal baby name could have a more Australian twang.
Prince Charles has attended our embassy in London, joking that Harry and Meghan might take inspiration from their recent trip as they prepare to welcome their first child.
He's the future King of Australia, visiting a part of Down Under in London. Prince Charles, with Camilla by his side, celebrating the 100th birthday of Australia House, our High Commission in the UK.
There could hardly be a more profound testament to friendship, or one that has endured so well through peace and war, prosperity and hardship. In fact, in all circumstances, save perhaps an Ashes test.
The Prince even revealed the bond may about to get deeper.
During their recent tour of Australia, he and his wife were offered countless thoughtful suggestions for the naming of their forthcoming baby. Just between us, I suspect that Kylie and Shane may possibly make the short list. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would not hold your breath for Edna or Les.
Just think, Shane, already a name identified with the King of Spin, the Earl of Twirl, now maybe a Junior Sussex. Prince Charles has had a few celebrations this month. The longest-serving heir in British history turned 70 last week. And now, of course, this, the birthday of London's longest continually occupied diplomatic building. And now, it has a big portrait of Prince Charles. Michael Best, NBN News.
The hunt is on for a new Christmas tree in a US town after a spectacular fail by rangers. They were cutting down the 16-metre blue spruce in Ohio when things went terribly wrong. The top 4 metres snapped clean off as they tried to transport the tree. And with nowhere to display the star or angel, they're now looking for a replacement.
What a waste.
Bit of tape?
Yeah, they could tape it up.
Give it a go.
Over to sport now with Kate Haberfield.
And Kate, Scott McLaughlin's landed the first blow in the Supercars title fight.
He has, but there is a long way to go. Thanks, guys. Coming up after the break, the Ford driver sets the fastest time on the streets of Newcastle. And Mitchell Pearce welcomed back into the fold by the Blues.
Domain's 5-day mega weekend sale with a mega 60 months interest-free. 20% off a mega range of Windows computers. Plus, get a bonus Jedi Challengers bundle with any Windows PC over 500. More mega deals in store. Ends Monday at Domain.
The Kia 7-day sale has been extended. Receive a $777 bonus on every new Kia sold on top of great drive-away deals. Plus, all Kias come with Australia's best 7-year warranty. Sale must end November 25.
Because mainland gets better with age, we try to hold on to it that little bit longer.
That's a shame.
Mainland. Aged longer for a better taste.
Hungry Jack's new 5 for $5.95 Superstar. Get a crispy hash brown cheeseburger, small thick cut chips, 3 golden nuggets, a small Coke, and a drumstick mini. The 5 for $5.95 Superstar, only at Hungry Jack's.
Next Garlic Garage sale. This Saturday and Sunday only. Up to 50% off selected items. Floor stock and discontinued items must go. Next Garlic Garage sale. Up to 50% off. This weekend only. Hurry!
Introducing Newcastle's newest Mitsubishi and Suzuki dealership. Kelly Mitsubishi and Kelly Suzuki. Now open at Pacific Highway Gateshead. Kelly's got your car.